Our world, this extraordinary blue marble spinning in the vastness of space, is a tapestry woven with countless threads of life. Each species, no matter how large or small, plays a unique and vital role in the intricate balance of nature. For millennia, this delicate equilibrium has sustained life in all its breathtaking diversity. But now, this tapestry is beginning to unravel. We are living through a period of unprecedented change, and many of the planet's most magnificent creatures are finding themselves on the brink of disappearing forever. Their calls are fading, their habitats are shrinking, and their very existence hangs precariously in the balance. The story of endangered animals is not simply a sad tale, it is a critical warning. It speaks of a planet under immense pressure, and it is a story in which we, humanity, are the principal authors. The loss of these species is more than just a loss of beauty and wonder. It is a profound threat to the health of the ecosystems that provide us with the very air we breathe and the water we drink. Protecting wildlife is not a choice, it is a necessity. It is a responsibility we have to the planet, to future generations, and to the remarkable creatures with whom we share this home. In this journey, we will look into the eyes of 10 extraordinary species, each facing its own desperate struggle for survival. We will explore the remote corners of the Earth where they cling to life, understand the complex threats that have pushed them to the edge, and witness the glimmers of hope that dedicated conservationists are fighting to keep alive. Their stories are a poignant reminder of what we stand to lose, and a powerful call to action for what we must do to save them. Let us begin. In the remote snowy forests of the Russian Far East and northern China, a solitary hunter stalks through the birch trees. This is the Amur leopard, arguably the rarest big cat on Earth. With its magnificent thickly furred coat, uniquely patterned with widely spaced rosettes, it is perfectly adapted to these harsh, unforgiving winters. It moves with a silent grace, a phantom of the wilderness, its presence a testament to the resilience of life in extreme environments. But this breathtaking beauty has also been its curse, making its pelt a highly prized trophy for poachers. This relentless persecution, combined with the steady encroachment of human settlements and the loss of its prey, like roe and sika deer, has pushed the Amur leopard to the very precipice of extinction. Its forest home has been fragmented by roads and development, isolating the few remaining individuals. It is estimated that fewer than 100 of these magnificent cats now roam the wild. Deep within the dense tropical jungles of Java in Indonesia, lives a creature so rare it has entered the realm of myth. The Javan rhinoceros, with its single horn and armor-like folds of skin, is a living relic from a prehistoric age. It once roamed across Southeast Asia and into India, a formidable presence in the continent's wetlands and forests. Today, its entire world has shrunk to a single protected peninsula, Ujung Kulon National Park. Here, the last of its kind forage for leaves and fallen fruit under the constant watch of dedicated rangers. The primary threat to its survival has been centuries of relentless poaching. Its horn, believed by some to hold medicinal properties, has been valued more than the life of the animal itself, a tragic misconception that has decimated its population. With no Javan rhinos left in captivity, and the wild population numbering fewer than 80 individuals, the species is critically vulnerable. A single disease outbreak or a powerful tsunami could wipe them out completely, silencing the footsteps of this ancient giant forever. In the northern reaches of the Gulf of California, in Mexico, lives the world's smallest and most elusive cetacean, the vaquita. This tiny porpoise, with its endearing dark rings around its eyes and mouth that give it a perpetually smiling appearance, is a true specialist. It exists only in this shallow, turbid corner of the ocean, a unique habitat that has shaped its evolution. For most of its existence it lived unseen and undisturbed, its life a mystery to all but the local fishermen who shared these waters. Tragically, its decline has been catastrophic and swift, a direct consequence of human activity. The vaquita is not hunted itself but becomes the unintended victim of illegal gillnet fishing. These nets, set to catch a large fish called the totoaba, whose swim bladder is highly prized in some markets, are invisible walls of death for the small porpoise. They become entangled and drown. Despite frantic conservation efforts and bans on gill nets, this illegal fishing persists, pushing the vaquita towards the abyss. With perhaps fewer than 10 individuals remaining, its gentle smile may soon vanish from our planet. High in the canopy of the rainforests on the island of Sumatra, an intelligent and gentle primate makes its home. This is the Sumatran orangutan, whose name in the Malay language means person of the forest. Watching a mother carefully teach her young how to navigate the treetops and find fruit is to witness one of the most profound bonds in the natural world. These arboreal apes spend almost their entire lives in the trees, swinging with long, graceful arms from branch to branch, playing a crucial role as seed dispersers, shaping the very structure of the forest. But, their world is disappearing from beneath them at an alarming rate. Their rainforest home is being systematically destroyed, cleared for vast plantations of palm oil, for timber, and for agriculture. Every day, more of their forest is lost to fire and bulldozer, fragmenting their habitat and isolating small populations. This forces them to the ground, where they are more vulnerable to poachers and come into conflict with humans. The person of the forest is losing its home, and with it, its future. In the tropical coral reefs and shallow coastal waters around the globe, an ancient mariner makes its journey. The hawksbill turtle, with its beautiful overlapping scutes that form a serrated edge to its shell, has navigated our oceans for over 100 million years. Its narrow pointed beak, kind of like that of a hawk, is perfectly adapted for finding food, like sponges, in the crevices of coral reefs. They are a keystone species, vital to the health of these underwater ecosystems, connecting the health of the reefs to the open ocean. But this ancient lineage is now under severe threat. For centuries, its stunningly patterned shell, the source of traditional tortoiseshell material, has made it a prime target for poachers. Despite international bans, the illegal trade continues to drive its decline. Furthermore, their nesting beaches are being lost to coastal development, and their feeding grounds on coral reefs are being degraded by pollution and climate change. Plastic pollution is also a deadly hazard, often mistaken for food. This gentle ocean navigator is facing threats from every direction. Hidden in the dense, remote Annamite mountains that straddle the border of Vietnam and Laos, lives an animal so secretive it was unknown to science until 1992. The saola, often called the Asian unicorn due to its rarity and its two long parallel horns, is one of the world's most mysterious large mammals. It has never been seen in the wild by a biologist, and our entire knowledge of this beautiful creature comes from a handful of camera trap photos and the accounts of local villagers. It is a ghost of the forest, a symbol of the wild, undiscovered places that still exist on our planet. Its discovery was a moment of great excitement, but it was immediately followed by grave concern. The saola's habitat is being threatened by logging, and it is the accidental victim of an intense snaring crisis. Wire snares are set by poachers to catch other animals like wild boar and deer, but these indiscriminate traps are devastating the saola population. Because of its elusive nature, we do not know how many remain, but the number is thought to be perilously low, perhaps only in the dozens. We risk losing this enigmatic creature before we have even had a chance to truly know it. The Sumatran elephant, a distinct subspecies of the Asian elephant, is the gentle giant of the island's dwindling forests. Smaller than its mainland cousins, with a lighter skin tone and an intelligence that, really shines in its eyes, it is a critical engineer of its ecosystem. As they move through the forest, they create pathways for smaller animals, and disperse seeds over vast distances, helping to maintain the health and diversity of the jungle. Their family bonds are incredibly strong, with herds led by wise matriarchs who hold generations of knowledge about where to find food and water. This ancient wisdom, however, just can't protect them from the rapid changes to their world. Their forest home is being cleared at a devastating pace, primarily for agriculture and palm oil plantations, shrinking and fragmenting their habitat. As their territory disappears, elephants are forced into closer contact with human settlements, leading to tragic conflicts. They may raid crops to survive, which, unfortunately, results in retaliation from farmers. This habitat loss, combined with the ever-present threat of poaching for their ivory tusks, has pushed this magnificent animal into a desperate fight for space and survival. In the murky, bustling waters of China's mighty Yangtze River, which is, by the way, the longest river in Asia, lives a unique and intelligent mammal. The Yangtze finless porpoise, known for its mischievous grin and the absence of a true dorsal fin, is actually the only freshwater porpoise in the world. It navigates these complex river systems using sophisticated echolocation, making it a creature that's just perfectly attuned to this great waterway, which has been the cradle of Chinese civilization for millennia. For centuries, it was a revered river spirit, a symbol of the river's health and vitality. But unfortunately, the river that gave it life is now its greatest threat. Decades of intense human activity have turned the Yangtze into one of the world's most polluted and busiest rivers. Industrial and agricultural runoff has contaminated its habitat, while a barrage of dams has altered the river's natural flow and blocked the migration of its prey. Overfishing has depleted its food sources, and the constant threat of boat strikes and entanglement in fishing gear poses a daily danger. This river spirit is now fading, its numbers plummeting as its home becomes increasingly uninhabitable. High on the misty volcanic slopes of Central Africa, in the borderlands of Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, live the mountain gorillas. These are powerful, majestic apes, with thick black fur to protect them from the cold, and an undeniable presence that is both intimidating and gentle. They live in tight-knit family groups, led by a dominant silverback who protects his family with immense courage and dedication. To look into the eyes of a mountain gorilla is to see a calm intelligence, a deep social connection that honestly feels profoundly familiar. Their story, once one of certain doom, has become a beacon of conservation hope. Decades ago, they were on the brink of extinction, ravaged by poaching, habitat loss, and human disease. But thanks to intensive, round-the-clock protection, community involvement, and the development of responsible ecotourism, their numbers have been slowly but steadily increasing. It is a fragile success, entirely dependent on constant vigilance. The remaining population of just over 1,000 individuals is a powerful testament that when we choose to act, we can pull a species back from the edge. In the remaining patches of forest on the Indonesian island of Sumatra, the smallest surviving tiger subspecies prowls in the shadows. The Sunda tiger, formerly known as the Sumatran tiger, is a master of stealth, its stripes providing perfect camouflage in the dappled light of the dense jungle. It is the last of Indonesia's island tigers, following the extinction of its cousins, the Bali and Javan tigers, in the 20th century. It is a powerful apex predator, a symbol of the untamed wildness that is rapidly vanishing from our world. This magnificent cat is cornered. Its jungle habitat has been relentlessly cleared for palm oil and acacia plantations, shrinking its hunting grounds and forcing it into smaller, isolated pockets of forest. This habitat fragmentation not only reduces its prey base but also increases the likelihood of conflict with humans as tigers venture into villages in search of food. Compounding this is the ever-present threat of poaching. Its bones, skin, and other body parts are still highly sought after on the black market, making every tiger a target. The Sunda tiger is running out of time, and out of land. The stories of these 10 animals are not isolated tragedies, they are chapters in a much larger narrative, one that tells of a world out of balance. The Amur leopard, the Vaquita, the Sunda tiger, their fates are intrinsically linked to our own. They are the sentinels, the indicators of the health of our planet. Their silent disappearance from the forests, rivers, and oceans is a stark reflection of the impact of our own species. We have seen their beauty, understood their plight, and felt the immense weight of what is at stake. The question that remains is, what will we do now? The fight to save them is not a lost cause. The story of the mountain gorilla proves that dedicated, collaborative effort can turn the tide. We can all be a part of this global conservation movement. You can support organizations that are on the front lines, protecting habitats and combating poaching. You can make conscious choices as a consumer, questioning where your products come from and how they impact the environment. You can use your voice to advocate for stronger protections and policies. Every action, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to a wave of change. The future of these magnificent creatures and countless others is not yet written. It is a story that we are all writing together every single day. Let us choose to write a future filled with hope, respect, and coexistence. If this journey has moved you, please share this film with others to raise awareness. Like this video to help it reach a wider audience, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the wonders of our natural world and the efforts to protect it. The time to act is now, for them and for us.